welcome back to the Covenant Eyes podcast. We are so glad to have you joining us. We have a great guest joining us today. Mark Hancock is joining us. Rob, he's a favorite of ours.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about dads and young men, such an issue and such a big topic, and we love to talk about this. So, Mark, thanks for joining us. Mark, by the way, is the CEO of Trail Life.
Yeah.
And so, Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself and your ministry with Trail Life.
Well, I'd love to. Let me start with Covenant Eyes, and thank you for what it is that you guys do.
Thank you.
I have two sons. They're now 25 and 23, and we've been fans and customers of Covenant Eyes for years. And
great.
So I appreciate the changes that you've done, the way that you've changed with technology to keep up with things, and it's just been a wonderful thing. Now they're both married, and I still get my weekly Covenant Eyes report. So thank you for what it is that you guys do.
Thank
But, Trail Life USA, I've been privileged to lead for 11 years now. We launched in 2014. And ironically, we're in the place where in 2013, the Boy Scouts of America met here in this building and decided to change their membership standards, which led to what we've seen happen, what we call downward growth.
Yeah.
They've gone from over 7 million members to now under 1 million members because of those decisions.
Yep.
And so Trail Life started out of that, and so it's kind of neat to be back in this building where our family was so depressed when Boy Scouts made their change. But out of that, God launched Trail Life.
That's right.
As an unapologetically Christian, boy-focused organization. We believe boys and girls are different, that they need our focus and our attention, and we've just grown crazy growth. Almost 70,000 members in all 50 states, over 1,300 churches now participating in Trail Life USA across the country. So always love talking with you guys about Trail Life.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you also have some devotional resources. You said that, so I'm going to show this one. This one is 101 devotions for dads with boys. You said 102 or 201?
Yeah.
I'm all confused. Okay, it's coming out as well. So this is a great resource. Talk to us about how dads are using this with their boys. What does it look like practically?
Well, it's a neat book because it's called Trail Ready, 100 devotions.
Yep.
101 devotions for dads with boys, and it's written to a dad who has a son.
Okay.
And so it's not for him to do with his son necessarily, but it's written to dad to understand, because we're in a culture that discounts men and boys.
Yes.
And boys are treated as if there's some sort of a defective girl or something.
Right.
So this is helping to remind dads on a daily basis of the wonder and the marvel of a boy.
Yes.
He's not just a defective girl. He is actually his own beautiful thing.
Yes.
And he's made different. But we know how active boys like to be, and also dads with their sons. So every devotion has a page. It's a one-day hike that a dad can do with his son somewhere. And so you ask how men have used it. I was really blessed one day to see somebody reach out to me through Facebook and sent me a picture of he and his son in Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
On the trail that was in the picture of that devotion in that spot. And he's holding the book up, holding the book up, saying, here's my son and I taking this one-day hike as I read this devotional today.
That's amazing.
Wow, that's just beautiful. So love seeing dads get in the outdoors with their sons. Of course, Trail Life is an outdoor organization, so that just made sense for us.
Love that.
Yeah, that's such an important resource, because if men don't get involved with raising their sons up, and we see it so much in our culture today, we're really missing it. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's
it's
wonderful.
Hard. It's hard in the culture today for dads to figure out how to connect with their sons.
Yeah.
Because you can't. I remember trying to play a video game with my sons. It was like, forget it. I do not have the time to be competitive. It was just Minecraft.
Yeah.
It wasn't even this crazy. It was just, so I'll just go over here and build a chicken coop, and you guys do whatever you're doing over there. Because I just could not keep up. There's Dad, you got to do this and do that. No, I'm just going to do what I can do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to keep up in their world.
Yeah.
But Trail Life provides this great opportunity for dads and sons. It's a level playing field. It's the outdoors.
Yeah.
Right.
And they learn together things
love
like
that.
why moss is on this side of the tree, or how to start a fire with wet leaves, or the best place to set up my tent, or how to pack a backpack for a 5-day trip.
Yeah.
And they learn these things together. So it's this level playing field for dads.
Yeah.
And of course, Trail Life appeals even men without sons. We have over 20,000 adult volunteers across the country.
Oh, I love
Many
that.
of these men without sons, but they say, I need a band of brothers.
Yeah.
And they have found in Trail Life these men who are band of brothers who are focused on the next generation.
Yeah.
And they share that passion and that purpose. And so they're out there with guys who share their values, enjoying the outdoors along with the boys.
That's great.
And single moms love it because it's like, where do I put my son where he can be around men, good and godly men, And they love it because it's, hey, here's my son, help me.
Yeah.
Had a young man out in California not too long ago, stood before his troop. He had just earned one of our highest awards.
Yeah.
And he said, I need to thank the men in this room. He had a single mom, raised by his mom. He said, I need to thank the men in this room. You taught me how to shave and how to love Jesus.
I love that.
And I thought, they nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can imagine being that
amazing.
single mom saying, yeah, I did the right thing. I found a place for my son. So,
Yes.
so we love the way Trail Life is.
Most people don't know how to measure whether porn is a problem. Well, now you can. Hi, I'm Mike Stone, producer of the Covenant Eyes podcast. At Covenant Eyes, we have created a short, free, and confidential assessment called the Pause Test. That's Porn Addiction Use Severity. It's not about judgment, it's about understanding. So in just a few minutes, you'll get clarity on where you stand and what your next step could be. So take the free test now at cvntieyes.co/test. That's cvntieyes.co/test. Super short, super simple. Now you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Now back to the show.
And you're teaching boys really their role, their biblical role too, as providers, protectors, those things that God has gifted with men. You guys really just kind of built that into your programming, and I think that's so important. Yeah. So you also have another book out, The Flight of the Falcon.
Flight of the Falcon.
So is this, what is this? Is
this is an adventure
fiction?
fiction. It's
okay.
a fiction,
All right.
I wrote along with Brian Davis, who's an amazing author.
Awesome.
And he's been a friend for years, and we just collaborated. Hey, let's tell a story for boys. And this is the first in a series. We have planned for 5 books. Spoiler alert, I have no idea how it's going to end. So we wrote ourselves into this. We wrote this story, and we every once in a while we'll get together and we say, where are we going with this? Because we're not sure how we can get them. You know, as any adventure story, it's really set up for the boys love it. And it's a boy, his dad is missing.
Okay.
And so him dealing with his dad has disappeared mysteriously, and just taking him through that whole story. There's so many boys without dads today. So, but he's in a Trail Life troop, and so it's just following him through his adventure, trying to find his father, to get reconnected with his father. We don't yet know how it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I can't even give it away because I don't know.
Anticipation.
Hey,
That's
I love
good.
it.
That's
I love
good.
it.
Well, Mark, one thing that we love is just your connection with the church and how your ministry comes alongside to help churches reach the young men and any fathers in their community. So talk to us a little bit about how you work with the church and what that looks like.
We're having come out of being on church staff as a pastor, as youth pastor, associate pastor. I know the struggle that pastors face in getting men involved. How do we need something for them, because they're inspired. These are men who are doing great things at work every day or in their household or whatever. How do we get them involved in ministry?
Right.
And Trail Life USA is answering that question for pastors, because men, they may not be able to work in the nursery or the children's church, or maybe they can't sing and be on the worship team. maybe they can help park the cars. But my gosh, what are we doing with men in the church? And so Trail Life puts them in this situation where it's like, hey, and it like dawns on them. I'm in ministry. Yeah, you're in ministry.
Yes.
You're out here camping in the outdoors or hiking or with this other group of men, but you're in ministry. You're making a difference, and it really brings men to life.
Yeah.
An interesting thing, we consider ourselves an outreach of the local church. We're just not a group that meets in our basement. We are a ministry of that church.
Okay.
So that troop is a ministry, and it's amazing that 18% of our adult members join that church after they join the troop.
Wow.
So they come in because they say, hey, I want a place, I want an outdoor adventure organization for my sons, and they come in there, but they're meeting at the church, but they're also doing these outdoor adventures, and they're looking for church, and they're meeting the other adults who are leading the troop, who are members of that church, and they say, this is going to be our church home, or they come to Christ. And they say, we need a church home, and that's a natural place. 18% of our adult leaders join that church after they join the troop. So it's an evangelistic troop, because you can invite a boy to Sunday school for forever.
Yeah.
Particularly if he's not from a family of faith, he's not going to go, but probably. But you invite him to go, hey, we're going canoeing or hiking or rock climbing or whitewater rafting or something like that.
Yeah.
That unchurched boy joins the troop, and then the unchurched family joins the church. And it's just been
So
a
good.
beautiful
What a great
way to
outreach.
grow the kingdom.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Amen.
Well, Mark, how do our listeners get connected with you guys and your ministry? And how do they maybe even bring it into their church if it's not already there?
Yeah, well, that question is answered the same way.
Yes.
Yeah.
TrailLifeUSA.com,
Okay.
2 L's in the middle, TrailLifeUSA.com. And there's this tab there that says Get Connected.
Okay.
And you click on that, shows you a map of the United States, where all the troops are. You can put in your zip code.
Okay.
It'll show you troops that are nearby, how far away they are from you, what nights they meet. You can click on it and connect with that troop, say, hey, I'd like to come be a member. I'd like to come check it out. And they'll invite you and look for you when you attend.
Yeah.
And if there's not a troop in your area, there's also a tab that says Start a Troop.
Nice.
And you find out how you can bring a troop to your local church.
Awesome.
Excellent. Well, Mark,
great.
thank you so much for your ministry.
Thank you.
So important and so
Very.
needed. And
Thank you for what you're doing.
we appreciate
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. God bless.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
great.
to all of our listeners, please check out Trail Life. It is an amazing organization. You will not be disappointed. We'll put all the links in the show notes. And thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Covenant Eyes podcast. Take care. God bless.